Well, welcome back to our stream of Momodora, and I apologize and promise we will not talk about movies the entire time this time around.
Nick, what's your favorite vampire movie?
Um, I would say the one with Gary Oldman.
Oh, the good Dracula movie from the early 90s. Yeah,
Yeah, the good Dracula movie where he
good
was
one.
like a vaguely conflicted character. I enjoyed that.
I'm going to go with also a Dracula movie, but one of those absolutely apeshit ones that starred, what was his name? Christopher Lee from the 70s.
I thought
Holy
you were going to say Christopher Walken's.
Oh my god, can you imagine a Dracula movie starring Christopher Walken?
That'd be something to see. Well,
Welcome to my home. Come freely and enter of your own will. Sorry, go on. That's the only time I'll subject you to my Christopher Walken.
I was just trying to remember my controls. I bought Rogue's Legacy 2 today, and now I'm playing this like I'm playing that.
Well, Rogue Legacy, refresh me. I've heard the name, but I'm spacing.
In brief, it is a game where it's a roguelike, and every time you die, you start over, but you play as one of your descendants.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it's delightful. Yeah.
So you had me thinking of Rogue Galaxy for PS2. That was what immediately came to my mind.
Yeah, see that? Oh yeah, spikes kill you instantly. I forgot.
Yeah.
I think. Rogue Galaxy, that doesn't ring any bells.
It was a serviceable JRPG on PS2.
A lot of JRPGs are serviceable. That is a good way to describe them.
It kind of got swallowed up by FF10 when it came out.
Yeah, that happened to a lot of games.
Right, you know...
When a Final Fantasy came out, not so much these days.
Right. Well, but it's kind of like, I don't know, what's a good modern example? Like, when Horizon Zero Dawn came out the same week as Breath of the Wild, despite Horizon being the far superior game...
Can you believe people are still just going ape poop over the Breath of the Wild? Like, I played it, it was fine.
Yeah, I will say that if you just want to dedicate your entire life to one video game that has a near limitless potential for fucking around and doing nothing, Breath of the Wild is going to be your jam.
Unless you want to play something good, in which case pick up an Elder Scrolls game.
But Nick, I mean, think about it. In Breath of the Wild, you can make your arrows fly to the top of a mountain.
Breath of the Wild, you can do any... Oh my god, Nicholas! Breath of the Wild, you can do anything so long as you want to keep doing the same 10 things over and over again.
In Breath of the Wild, you can glitch the swim mechanic so you can hold your breath forever.
You can also make did you know videos that last exactly 10 minutes on YouTube so you can get them monetized.
But Nick, in Breath of the Wild, you can take a stick and hit a lizard. One hit kill him if you really want to.
I thought Breath of the Wild was okay. That's all I have to really say about it.
I thought it was a fine game, but like...
I thought it was okay.
Yeah. It just pissed me off because all of the things that like I truly enjoy about Zelda were missing. And we've talked about this before, so I won't bore you, but yeah.
I know, I was there for that conversation.
I think we've had that conversation like 5 times.
Sometimes you just need to speak truth to power.
Yeah.
Okay. You almost got
me. The weird thing is though, like, the reason I think we do talk about it so much is it continues to be kind of a hot take. Like, Breath of the Wild was just okay. and you say that to people, they lose their fucking minds.
Like you're trying to be like ironic or start trouble, but no. It was like, mediocre.
Yeah,
at best.
It was a cool way to put a new spin on some classic Zelda mechanics, but they got rid of so much that I don't know. I still can't help but feel like, why did they have to slap Zelda on it? Besides, making that sweet Zelda money. Oh my god. Like 1 pixel over. That would have been it again.
I'm not even going to comment.
Oh, man. Oh!
Immediately hits the explosives.
Why are they back?
Can I just avoid this whole situation? All right, good.
Oh my god,
I just need a save point.
Sinuses have dried out for some reason. So if I start like hack coughing here in a minute, my apologies.
It has been I don't know if it's the same for Indiana, but it's been crazy here where one day it's 90 degrees, the next it's 30.
Yep.
And every time the temperature drops and rises like that, I immediately get a sinus infection.
Yeah, you just want to fucking kill yourself immediately.
And I've tried, and it's just
kill myself.
Man, oh man, no go.
Just can't die. Is that a? You know what? Fuck it. I'm just.
I wish I didn't blow all my money. I'd really love these drilling arrows, but
you could step on this insect. Why are you paying it?
Because he's got drilling arrows.
Take him. He's a bug.
That would be a good solution.
Grown-ass woman. Or perhaps like what a 14-year-old woman
with a midair dodge now.
Either way, more than capable of squashing a little bug. So since our last episode, I came to find out there's a whole goddamn series of these games.
Yes, but I think you can only find 2 of them on Steam, unfortunately.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Well, the best 2. So, and there's.
Well, did they start off as kind of like a Flash game sort of thing, and then they
kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and then they caught fire and got a slightly.
The series is best known for
Ooh.
Momodora 3, this game, and then they kind of made a spin-off game called Minoria. Yeah, Minoria, but everyone kind of hated it.
Oh, okay.
So
I think we should take the reins for Momodora the Explorer. Badoom.
I bet you're the first one on the internet to make that joke.
You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're the only ones streaming this on Twitch right fucking now, so.
We're probably the only ones watching this right now.
Holy fuck. So I very well could have been the first to think of that.
I'm gonna go
Where's
YouTube
that damn healing
right
spell? Oh, there we go. Good enough.
This isn't one of those
Oh no,
games,
it doesn't restore your health when your health increases.
No, what do you think this is? Super Metroid?
Anything.
By the way, that's a project we need to do at some point.
What's that?
Have you ever heard of Hyper Metroid?
Yeah, the ROM hack?
Yeah, the definitive ROM hack.
The definitive ROM hack. The official Nintendo endorsed ROM hack.
Oh yeah, officially endorsed by Nintendo in no way whatsoever.
Shigeru Miyamoto reportedly looked at it and said, "Hey, that's pretty damn good. Now shut it the fuck down."
No, I guess it's the final word of authority as far as, you know, if you're going to play a ROM hack, you might as well play this one. That's the thing. I love ROM hacks, but sometimes it's difficult to sort through the wheat and the chaff, if you will.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's definitely more wheat than chaff.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I've been thinking about doing
I just wanted to say...
Oh my god!
I'm not here to hurt you, don't hurt me!
Jesus! What is this?
That was close.
That was the most fucking intense thing I've seen all week. Oh god. Yeah, no, I've been thinking about doing like kind of sort of like what we tried to do with Lunar before I fucking blew our save and have been too lazy to get back to it. Just like replaying some games from like early in our streaming career when we had no idea what the hell we were doing with audio quality.
I would love to redo. I almost said Star Wars, Star Tropics.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think that was a relatively clean stream, but
yeah, but
never
I just
a bad
want to play
time to
Star
replay Star Tropics. It's only like what, 4 or 5 episodes max.
Yeah, especially if we just want to kind of speed run that puppy.
Yeah, there you go. We'll be the first channel to speed run Star Tropics.
I'm sure that's also not true.
Yeah, that's definitely not true. But
what is your opinion? What is your opinion on tool-assisted speedruns?
I really don't care. Like, I mean...
You don't care or you don't care for them?
I don't care. Like, speedruns are fine. Like, I enjoy watching them, and I don't really care if they're tool-assisted or not. Like, if the person is having fun and it's a new way to see the game, sure, what the hell.
Tool-assisted is where the game is basically being played by itself, right?
Yeah, as far as I understand. They use, like... machines to basically help them get perfect glitches or something like that. I don't know.
This is something you would think I'd have a strong opinion on, but I just can't be bothered to care.
Yeah, right? Like, it doesn't affect me in any way. Like, well, who am I to tell someone they're enjoying Mario 64 wrong?
Well, I'm coming at it more from the perspective of I can't even bring myself to get irritated by it. It just kind of strikes me as so pathetic. Because I was watching a tool-assisted speedrun of Hyper Metroid, and I was like, why? I don't know. Like, why would I be spending time watching a computer play a video game? We're now watching the computers play video games for us.
Well, when you think about it from the computer's point of view, for so long, they've been watching us play video games.
Let's just go over this again. Computers don't have a soul.
Yeah, but they still have to watch us play video games on them and, like, be fully aware that we're fucking it up.
I would be willing to bet most of our subscribers are, in fact, robots. So,
yeah.
You know.
Every once in a while, we do get, like, some chat activity from a robot trying to sell us subscriptions.
And I get robots. Robots have got to earn money, too.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, like, I don't know, just like a perfect tool-assisted speedrun just bores me to tears. Like, when there's no possibility someone is going to muck something up, you know, it's like watching a Chuck Norris movie. There's no possibility the main character is in any danger whatsoever.
There's like one scene where one big guy's going to come out and he's going to look briefly at the camera like he might lose this fight and then not lose the fight. God, what a tired meme that was, Chuck Norris.
Huh.
Well, I guess it really...
It was like a proto-meme.
Yeah, proto-meme.
Oh, I really thought that was it.
Just like, hey, guys, wouldn't it be cool if Chuck Norris punched God in the face? Yeah, I guess. What else you got?
That was the joke.
That was the joke. Chuck Norris is so tough that when he lifts weights, the weights cry out in pain.
Remember when Chuck Norris said that if Obama was elected president, it would bring on 1,000 years of darkness?
I mean, let's wait and see how many more years this darkness lasts.
Which, strangely enough, is how long the Third Reich said that they were going to last, but I'm sure that's a coincidence.
Isn't that also what, I don't mind. I'm gonna let that joke slide.
That wasn't a joke, that was a historical statement.
No, there was one in my brain. It's like, you don't have to say them all, Chris.
You know, Chris, as a rule of thumb, I've found out I just need to end all of my conversations in life 2 sentences earlier.
The George Costanza philosophy, yeah.
Is that where I pulled that from?
Well,
all right.
Similar, like where he would leave the meeting as soon as he said something clever. Holy shit. Oh, never mind. You're in no danger.
Oh, no, I'm in plenty of danger. I've only got 1 hit left.
Well, yeah, but I mean, look how slow they're coming at you.
Yeah, but there was a lot of them.
You don't have to kill them. Yes, I do.
I keep thinking if I kill the big one, all of them die.
Wouldn't that be
good? That was a really good escape. Now we'll get killed by something dumb.
Yep, you're going to hit the spikes here. Yep. 100%. Nah, you're fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so Nick. Summary of the conversation so far. Dracula. Robots. Robot Dracula? Starring who?
I mean, it's actually a movie already.
Oh, it is?
I mean, yeah, Robo Vampire. It's an Indian movie.
You're kidding.
I don't kid about Indian movies.
I don't kid about Indian movies. Holy shit, you're far away from a save point.
Oh, I need the garden key. That's what I need.
Oh, this is just Castlevania 64 then, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I get that reference.
All right, so for real though, are you fucking with me? There's a robot Dracula movie?
I wouldn't lie about something that's easily Googleable.
Okay. Yeah, I feel. Or maybe you just realize it's such a generic concept that it has to have been done.
Well, I mean, it's an Indian movie. You can call it whatever you want, and it's, you know, only tangentially related to it.
Yeah. I mean, like, how hardcore, like, Bollywood is it?
I mean, basically, it's like, you know, well, I mean, it's from the 1990s, so use your imagination.
So it's a pretty hardcore Bollywood.
No musical numbers, but, I mean, you got some guy in bad robot makeup who's supposed to be Robo Dracula. So,
Blah,
again.
I am Robo Dracula 9000. Oh, the save point is below you. That's not cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's... Which way is less dangerous?
Well, if you just run to your left, I mean, how hard could she hit you? Oh, God.
Well, it doesn't matter how... Oh, wait a sec. Somebody in chat should be screaming. Use your recovery items.
Damn it, Nick.
I'm so used to running this game hardcore that I never use the items.
Those in your inventory the entire goddamn time.
Well, most of those deaths were from spikes.
I didn't know even that's what that 5 stood for. I thought it was like a magic meter or something. Damn it.
You thought that once you used them, they were gone?
Yeah, I don't know. Shit.
Anyway. Oh, and I gotta loop around.
Jump around. Jump around. Jump up, and get down. 90s weren't all bad.
No one said they were bad. Who are you talking to?
Myself. I was just all depressed.
Who are you arguing with?
I was depressed mentally about Robot Dracula, and then I just remembered something from the 90s that I enjoyed.
A lot of good things came out in the 90s.
What's your favorite thing to come out of the 90s, Nick?
We're not talking about the 90s. I lived them. I'm past them.
And don't say something corny like my little brother. No, I'm serious. What's your favorite piece of pop culture from the 90s?
I don't know. You're like asking me like,
uh-oh.
Hey, did the ocean pick out a specific strand of seaweed?
Yeah,
I don't know. A lot that encompassed 10 years.
That's exactly right. Do it.
I was always very fond of the Highlander series for TV.
Okay. That's all that I needed to know. I was looking for one thing out of the multitude of games and other media that came out of that era.
Okay.
You could have said Seinfeld. You could have said Super Mario World. You could have said whatever the fuck you wanted, but you went with Highlander.
So what's yours?
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, see, again, that's just one of those games I just never got into.
I love it so much. I like every time I start a fresh playthrough. Like, part of it is just that it's such a short RPG, like on RPG.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can get to the end
like
of Chrono Trigger.
50 hours.
No. Well, yeah. I mean,
you're
like
clearing everything.
If you complete it, yeah. But I mean, you can make it through the main story in about 15, if that. And that's what's so great about it is it's always just there to dive right back into, and it's entertaining each time. That's a skull.
I think I can teleport between places, right? No, not yet. I need to teleport.
I was gonna say I saw the word warp and got excited, and I'm like, oh wait, no.
All right, now I got to look at my map and see what the next available place is. I think I got to start backtracking.
And like doing the Castlevania thing where you like look at your map for doors that you haven't gone through yet. Yeah.
Yep. Because I was basically just doing the first part through muscle memory. I think we got to go underwater next.
I thought those were enemies, and I was like, why are you showing them mercy, Nick?
Oh, right. I can't hurt those.
Kill him! Oh, wait.
So, played anything interesting lately?
I've been working on Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah?
It's so freaking good. Max turned me on to it.
Now, have you always been a fan of the Yakuza games?
No, that's the thing. Like, I've really, like, missed out on that.
Is it basically Japanese Grand Theft Auto?
No. Well, so a couple of things. First off, Like a Dragon is not really indicative in any way of the rest of the series. It is a full
that I know.
Yeah, it's a fully fledged JRPG. It takes a completely different style of gameplay, and so but no, I mean it does have, of course, the themes of like a criminal organization, but that's really where the similarities end, because it completely does not take itself in any way seriously. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I don't know the best way to describe it. It tells a shockingly heartfelt and interesting story that never stops being hilarious.
I don't know. It still sounds like you're describing Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row.
No, I don't know. I guess I just find Grand Theft Auto to be more bland by comparison.
Oh, it is. It is. A poor man's Grand Theft Auto, granted.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking to myself, like, I don't remember the last time I got a good laugh out of a Grand Theft Auto, but finally out of the cell. Time to take my shirt off. Unless it was already off.
Am I in the right place?
There's a naked girl here. You're not in the wrong place. Oh, wait. Are you controlling them? No, never mind.
No. Okay, right. Yeah, this is where I need to be. Like the catacombs. Okay.
It's me,
I remember
Knuckles.
none of the dialogue, though.
I've been in disguise this whole time.
That reminds me, did you ever see the Sonic 2 movie?
No, I haven't yet. I want to take the boys to see it, though. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I saw it.
Was it as charming as the first one?
Oh, it was... I mean, to be honest, I never really liked the first one. It was passable,
I liked
but...
the first one.
I thought it was fine. It felt like a video game movie that included Sonic. The second movie felt the other way around. Was like, okay, they felt more comfortable being a video game movie.
Okay, cool.
So I got some legitimate laughs out of it. I mean, you know, it was good.
Nick,
I enjoyed it.
This is Knuckles, long-time listener, first-time caller. What'd you think about the remake of my character in that particular film?
You know, it's so weird because I was thinking that they got Idris Elba to basically do the voice and play a stereotypical caricature of like an African tribesman.
Yes,
but I guess it's okay if Idris Elba does it. I was a little confused about it.
I was gonna say, in this modern era of political correctness, I noticed they felt the need to recast me as a black man. Which I'm okay with, but they could have consulted with me, invited me to the premiere. You know what I got? I got a phone call, Nick. Got a goddamn phone call. That was it.
Sorry, I was just picturing in my head what would happen if Knuckles had slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars.
You leave Tails' name out of your goddamn mouth! Don't you disrespect the dead! Knuckles storms off. I can't believe I came out for this shit. The tux on for this bullshit.
Oh god, that's great.
I think our best one was the answering machine bit.
No, those were all pretty good.
Where's the fucking red button, Tails? Oh god, I forgot about that one. Until right now. Is he are those like skeleton legs, or is he wearing a robe?
He's wearing a robe. He looks more like a panda.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking skeleton head with what I saw at first was like just two like long spindly legs, and he was just kind of doing a little dancey jig.
I can see that.
But now it's a robe. Yeah, when he sneezed, you can tell it's a robe. But I was just thinking, he's just kind of standing there, sort of. He's like thinking about dancing, but he's not really into it because no one else is doing it. Anyway, Nick, glad to hear that you're boycotting this movie machine with me.
Hey, you know what? You gotta check.
No, I didn't. That's the whole reason I'm pissed off.
Oh man, I hope I don't have to go all the way back to get my drilling arrows. That's not gonna happen.
Oh, what a horrible night to have a curse.
Boy, wouldn't it be nice to get another Castlevania game?
Or even like a remake of one that, like Simon's Quest, that could really use it. Can you imagine, like, if... Well, I guess we did get that game, so never mind. What I was gonna say was, can you imagine if we got, like, Simon's Quest, but it were actually playable? But that's just Symphony of the Night, so...
I don't know. You take away some of that stuff from Simon's Quest, and you're still left with an okay game.
Yeah, I mean, like, it played fine. The problem was just, like, actually navigating the game.
Mm-hmm. I actually replayed that about a year ago, and I just remember thinking, it's a little...
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
the ideas were there, just it was ahead of its time technology.
Oh, I'm with you there. Oh, good thing you just said.
You had a lot of games that have already kind of come along and like kind of fulfilled that promise.
I'd rather at the end of the day have a game that fails trying to be too ambitious than a mediocre game that does absolutely nothing new.
Yeah. Case in point, Castlevania 64. It was something.
It had a lot of balls to come out right after Symphony of the Night and not be a clone of Symphony of the Night. Unfortunately,
I think it was too far into development for that.
Oh, sure, but still. But the lesson that Konami seemed to learn from its commercial failure was, hey, everything should just be Symphony of the Night. As we play a much better Symphony of the Night clone than a lot of their Symphony of the Night clones.
Kind of funny that they don't even like really bother with any decent re-releases either.
Konami, no. All they do is they just slap some ROMs onto a... It's almost like they're selling it to you out of the back of a van in like a burnt out like AOL CD case. You know, like, hey, here, you wanted Castlevania? Here's the entire GBA trilogy on this 3.5 floppy.
The absolute lowest amount of effort possible.
Knock yourself the fuck out. Igarashi's in there snorting coke off a hooker. I don't need to impress you. I made my fortune.
He's busy working on his next Bloodstained non-canonical game.
I don't care. I had fun with Bloodstained.
No, as did I. Just
he's still got something. I don't know if it's it, but he's got something. Are those? Yeah, what the fuck are those? Are those bats with like little kid faces? What the
I think so.
Fuck is that? A jellyfish?
A big old jellyfish.
I don't know why I was surprised since you're underwater. But...
I was too because it wasn't there earlier.
Also, how long can she hold her breath? That's not a mechanic, I'm guessing.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
All right, Nick, answer me this one spoiler about Sonic 2. Is there a scene in which he almost drowns and they play the...
Close.
Okay, cool.
Close.
As long as they reference it.
They hit about every meme and reference you could possibly expect.
Excellent. I will take it then.
Oh right,
my
fire.
God.
Fire burns. Again, all of this, and just keep in mind, insane mode is just you with no health.
No health and no health potions.
I think I'm gonna go down first. Well, you have health potions, it just doesn't matter because you only have one hit.
What's that in the left corner there?
It's an item I can't pick up unless I have the cat ability.
Cat ability. Oh, hey, did you hear about that, like, way out of left field cat game that's coming out for PS5?
Yeah, to be more specific. I'm pretty up to date on my indie games, but
it's a game. It's like a kind of like cyberpunk game where you play as a cat for some reason.
Yeah, but I kind of remember just passing it off as unremarkable.
The trailer, I can't speak. The trailer that I saw recently looks kind of intriguing, and it supposedly comes out this summer. So.
No, I'm getting it confused with Astro Dogs. Completely different. It's Star Fox, but with dogs.
Astro Dogs instead of Star Fox? You're kidding, right?
I just said that sentence, didn't I?
Hey, woof woof. It's me, Dogs McRuff.
No, you got a pug, you got a poodle, you got a bulldog. It's an interesting idea.
Come take a ride on my Q-Wing as we go fight Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's not like Nintendo's going to put out another Star Fox anytime soon.
Well, I just remembered, though, that unfortunately Nintendo beat me to that joke, Andros and Andrew, because wasn't Andrew one of the henchmen? And
his nephew?
Yeah, 64, damn. Well, I tried.
That's fine.
There was the beginning of a clever joke there.
Huh. Oh, okay.
Well, you shot her, she shot you. Call it a draw? Nope.
There we go. You know, one of the things I love about these games is there's always an achievement for doing a pacifist run.
A pacifist run?
where you don't kill any enemies your entire playthrough.
How does that work in this game?
You really got to strategize.
Like, I'm assuming bosses don't count.
Well, yeah, bosses are fair game,
okay.
but everything else can't kill it.
I was gonna say it would suck if it was one of those things like Deus Ex a few years ago, where they made like some truly remarkable stealth mechanics, and then just stealth was never an option for the boss fights. Though, interestingly enough, I hear the Wii U version of that game corrected that problem.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's a weird place for that to happen.
Yeah. Oh, totally. But by the time that came out, I had poured, 50 hours of my life into the PC version and wasn't about to do it again. Yeah, I played it to death, and I really loved it. And so, by the end of it, the boss fights really didn't bother me that much because they were kind of throwaway anyways. It was always just grab a submachine gun and just unload until you're rewarded with a cutscene.
I think I had heard that there's a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake in the works.
Really? Snake Eater?
Yeah.
I would be hella down for that. Sorry, I'm going silent. I'm just fucking Googling now. Man, Metal Gear Solid 3. There's one that I have not played in a little while.
Oh, speaking of pacifist runs. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Oh, so the girl who spawns back there with the scythe is like kind of a common joke because you cannot kill her, which makes this boss fight 100 times more difficult.
Oh, okay.
I only did one pacifist run.
Derelict Frida. Sounds like an untouchable old church lady. Oh, hello.
I have completely forgotten all the movesets.
It's okay, she'll remind you. I still love the maple leaf as your sword. Fucking Canada. This game was made in Canada, no?
No, we've been over this.
It was not.
It's another one of those delightful little games made by I think a couple Japanese developers.
Were they at least visiting Canada when they made it?
Anyways.
You didn't answer the question.
It wasn't worth answering, Chris. Just wasn't worth answering.
Sometimes questions are worth answering. They have dividends that pay off later.
Dividends to pay? That's how that works.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up right now. What I'm saying is, let me make my Canada jokes, damn it.
What's happening? She's doing something.
Is it a vacuum move? Oh, okay. It's a laser move.
One that I have to get on the other side of her to avoid. Okay.
I literally couldn't tell if she was like trying to suck you in or if she was getting ready to blow you out. It was the latter.
Getting ready to do something there, and I figured it involved a laser, so.
Freaking laser. Remember that, oh, what was it even called? That Castlevania game from like 10 years ago that we kept trying to play together online, but for some reason couldn't.
Castlevania.
It was the PS3 one where it was just like a gauntlet of horseshit.
Harmony. It was just a reshuffle of sprites.
Yeah,
Harmony of Dissonance, or
no, that was the GBA one. But okay, but we both remember it. It's just
it was a mishmash of words that basically tried to form a title. I know what you're talking about. Well,
the real issue with it was that it we were attempting to play it together on the PS3, which had just the most hot garbage. Like, you think of 10 years ago, and the internet was still very much a thing. It's just apparently they were still working out how to do console online play, which is weird to think about.
Well, I mean, it's not like now where they have these networks built.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Like every game had to have its own like friend codes and shit that you had to enter in. And
right, it was the Wild West. That's kind of understandable before everything became, standardized.
Right. Well, I remember the big thing. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Nintendo still hasn't seemed to figure it out, but.
Well, there were 3 different levels or modes of security or something with the online connection. Whenever you connected to a wireless router via the PS3, and there was Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, or something like that. But we had to try to figure out how to get our types to match just so that we could do it, and never quite worked out.
Oh yeah.
I had completely blocked this part of our friendship out of my mind because it was such a pain in the ass.
We tried doing it for a while. I got really into it, and then cleared it, and
then we gave up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out I didn't really need Chris. Hey, health.
It was funny because I had already played it on the Xbox, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah, I heard the Xbox version was much easier to actually connect with people and play online.
Yeah, the Xbox actually really got most of that internet connectivity down first before everybody else.
Well, because they basically just incorporated existing Windows architecture, which had been doing online play since 2002. So, but yeah, no, Sony was way behind. Nintendo still isn't all the way there yet.
Let's see here.
Where to?
Got the garden key. So I guess we go to the garden now. Probably.
Is it a garden of blood, or what's the thing?
I was just there. There was a door I couldn't unlock though.
Like an actual garden, or is it like a demon garden or something?
It's like a rose garden.
Okay, cool. That sounds pleasant. Not gonna be.
Though I don't know if I cleared this.
Holy
throwing at
shit
me.
With the scythe. Spikes.
Nope, I see him. I realize that I'm no longer playing Rogue's Legacy. I got it.
The other game that came to my mind when you said that was Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which I'm like, that's a really fucking good game, but somehow I didn't think it was quite your jam.
I own that game. I just never played it. Was it any good?
The N64 one was fantastic. Probably one of my...
Compare it to Star Fox as a point of reference for me.
I don't know. They play pretty differently. They just both happen to be 3D space shooters.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. I don't know. What's the best way to describe it? Like imagine if the Battle of Hoth mission from Shadows of the Empire got way more fleshed out.
Sure. Okay. Yes, that strangely enough was my favorite part of that game.
Oh yeah, for the very first fucking level, absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah.
Did I tell you I own the Steam version of that, and it's actually pretty playable?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
You kind of have to mod some functional controls into it, but it's
not great, but they tried.
Yeah, they did. Like, way more than they had to for just porting a game from 1996 onto Steam. It's got a full 1080p mode. Like I said, serviceable controls if you spend some time to tweak them.
Effort was put into it, yeah.
There's a game that we... Well, the only problem is, though, I'll get to the Boba Fett level and keep dying and want to quit.
Yeah, Mos Eisley. That one took forever.
Yeah. And then there's that fucking robot voice. Zizer's Palace. By the time I got there, I was okay. It was always Boba Fett, and then that stupid fucking, I can't remember its name, the droid mercenary robot thing in the scrap heap. Yeah.
Really?
Sure. I don't know why. He always fucking got me.
No, he was difficult, but well, who was the most difficult boss in that game?
I'll still give it to Boba.
I don't think you're remembering the Gladiator.
Well, is that the one that I'm thinking of then?
No. The Gladiator is the boss of Zizor's Palace, and basically considered like the final boss of the game.
Maybe
he's the final
maybe
challenge.
I only ever got to like Xizer's Palace once without cheating, so I just don't fucking remember it.
Entirely possible. I feel like you'd remember the gladiator.
Well, weirdly enough, I do remember the final, like the space battle at the end of it, where I convinced myself that if I were just patient enough, I could shoot down a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, I think I tried that.
You tried that too? Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I just want to see what happens. Like 3 hours later, I've got it down to like 96% health. Like, okay, see, it's doable. They keep giving you 1% every 20 minutes. Why would they do that unless you could take it down?
No, this is the boss. I don't want to go there just yet.
Don't you?
Not yet. No, the gladiator you fight, and you fight him in 3 stages, and it's...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember.
You know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah, he's a pain in the ass.
Basically, he's just like what you train for the entire game to hoard up, like, pulse rifles and one-ups. I went into that fight with 50 lives on Jedi mode, and that still wasn't enough.
I think what pissed me off about Boba Fett so much was that he was probably the most vertically inclined boss fight in a game that preceded dual analog stick aiming. So, like, you literally had to hold still and look up and then aim and shoot at him, all the while he's just fucking unloading into you.
Oh, yeah. It was a cool idea, though, because, like you said, it was, it was a horizontal boss battle, which is different, but he was also a pretty difficult boss battle with multiple stages at the end of, like, a very long level, too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean... I don't know. I think I'm more forgiving of that game because it was like one of the first 3D games I ever played, and I was like, holy shit,
Yeah, you had like Mario 64, and that was about it.
Yeah, like Christmas morning was Mario 64 and Shadows of the Empire, and I was just like losing my shit saying the future is here.
You got what you got, and you had what you had.
That's right. Though... Kind of what you were talking about with Simon's Quest, there were moments of that game that were like the Battle of Hoth, where there were some really cool ideas and stuff that hadn't ever been done before in a console game.
Yeah. So, they needed something to show on the demo reel in the Kmart display case.
Yeah. Though you can tell a disproportionate amount of time and effort went into the Battle of Hoth. That's good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought that's what the game was going to be.
Yeah,
but...
me too. And then you get to the second level, and it's kind of like, what is this horse shit? What do you mean I have to run around as discount Han Solo?
Well, I mean, they couldn't use Han Solo, because I think canonically at that time, he was still frozen in carbonite?
No, it takes place... simultaneously with The Empire Strikes Back, so eventually he gets put in carbonite, yeah. But the Battle of Hoth would have been where he escaped with Leia and Chewie and started their like whole flight from
I remember there being a rationale. I just forget what it was.
Yeah, I mean they wanted to tie it into like the main story, but they couldn't use Han because Han was otherwise occupied.
Okay, I'm here to get my drill arrows.
So that's technically speaking not totally true. It starts off with the Battle of Hoth, which is Empire Strikes Back, but then you also meet, when you get to Tatooine and you do the Sand Speeder level, you meet Luke, and Luke is a Jedi. So it actually spans from Empire all the way into Jedi.
I think you're correct, yeah.
Yeah, because, yeah, you definitely meet Luke in the desert. And he's got his black robe and everything, so, yeah.
And I remember that, and I remember not understanding anything going on. But I also didn't understand Star Wars either at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess none of that really changed either.
God, Star Wars was so much cleaner back in those days, though. I mean, you just had the original trilogy and a bunch of books and a couple of video games, so...
It was simpler before they tried to imbue it with, dramatically... Oh, Lord, with dramatically unnecessary, morality points and whatnot.
Yeah, it was
like it was the most important freaking theological piece of entertainment
what
ever
was
made.
great about the the original trilogy is just how, I don't know, like kind of high adventure it was. And you're right, they really weren't trying to make it anything more than that. Like people hadn't declared Jediism to be an actual religion yet, and
yeah, that's the thing, all right.
Yep. And then of course Disney has to lean into that to make some more money, but which I understand. One does not buy a multi-billion-dollar franchise and then not encourage its fan base.
It'd be fiscally irresponsible for them not to run it into the ground.
And as we've pointed out, not everything we've gotten from this era has been bad. I mean, The Mandalorian is a fun show.
No, just most of it.
Just most of it. I will give you that. God damn, though. I'm actually...
How many series are there currently being made or in development that just involve being on a desert planet?
That's very true.
I mean, The Mandalorian...
Dune did it first and best, so that's all.
No, I mean, like, The Mandalorian did it, and then The Book of Boba Fett. And then I guess, like, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is supposed to...
Why is Tatooine so fucking important to everything?
Because it's easy to film there.
Yeah, right? It's a very cheap
already?
set. Yeah, it's a very cheap set to film.
It's why so many 90s and 80s...
The people who film these things live in California. They just need to go outside. It's
why so many movies in the 90s and 80s took place in the woods. National parks are a cheap place to film.
Yep. Oh, man. What was I going to say, though? Yeah, Tatooine. That makes no sense. But from a production standpoint, it makes perfect sense.
I understand the sleaze. I get it.
But, oh yeah, no, the sequel trilogy, man. Like, I didn't think I could be more disappointed with anything than I was the prequel trilogy. But man, it really... They really found a way. Which sucks, because I remember our conversation when episode 7 came out, and I liked it. Like, it was pretty much just a remake of A New Hope, but it did some fun things. I enjoyed the characters. It set up kind of an intriguing new Empire storyline, and then just went to hell after that.
And they couldn't decide what they wanted it to be, and so...
Oh, man. I mean,
what a fun little mess.
Well, yeah, because like today, like as much as I liked episode 7 at the time, oh hey, look who's back! I really can't even watch it today because like the other two movies just sucked the fun out of it. Knowing like that this is how they're gonna cash these checks,
knowing how it's gonna end ultimately.
Yep.
I took all those hits. Wonderful.
I'm still convinced that the final fight between Rey and Palpatine was a suicide on Palpatine's part. Not because of like some secret conspiracy or brilliant filmmaking, but because Ian McDiarmid never wanted to appear in one of these movies again.
You know, I just thought it was funny that once again he was the only character of that movie who seemed to have not been mentally checked out at that point.
Well, he is the Senate.
Again, you can always rely on him to be just having a good time.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ian McDiarmid, I mean, beyond just being a classically trained actor, is just one of those guys that really seems to enjoy the simple magic of movie making, which is just kind of a, it's a bygone thing. Like actors who didn't come up to be pop culture phenomenons, but because they loved the art of stage and theater. That's a lost art.
Hey, he was told to do a role, and he did his role.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason his performance is iconic, and Disney keeps finding excuses to bring him back.
Which is ironic, because remember a time when Disney, did not want characters to get samey, so, with their voice actors, they'd basically say, okay, well, you can do this movie, but you can't come back and ever be the voice of Gaston again.
No one returns like Gaston, gets a prequel like Gaston.
And now it's just,
no one stars in his own animated series like Gaston. Oh, shit.
I mean, I get it. It's a business.
Yeah. I don't know, though. Yeah, but there's something to be said for that kind of old approach to movie making. In fact, I remember when Disney bought Star Wars, like the way that they placated a lot of people was by saying, you know, we're gonna leave your memories of the original untarnished. We just want to tell new expanded stories that just happen to be set in this universe. And then, you know, like we were saying, they brought back and butchered every character from the originals and completely broke that promise. Which kind of culminated in the Palpatine suicide.
All I can tell you, Chris, is that by the time that movie was over with...
Which one?
I didn't remember any of it.
Oh, Rise of Skywalker?
The Rise of Darth Vader, or whatever it was. I just remember being so overwhelmed by sound in the first, 20 seconds.
Oh my god, that movie was just so sloppy. Like, I don't know, no, you don't. This isn't how you want to spend our time talking, but man, that film, I enjoy me some Star Wars, but that was just like a theme park ride masquerading as a movie, but in no way near as awesome as that sounds. Did she find a way to kill you?
No, I'm a cat now.
Oh, you're a cat now. That makes sense.
I'm just cursed to be a cat now.
Cool. Yeah, so you are.
I don't know why, but, you know.
Fucking Canada, that's why. Oh, okay.
Actually, I want to play a game where,
You're an exceptionally dangerous cat. Sorry.
At the end of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and, instead of Ganondorf, trying to crush you by destroying his castle, he just turns you into a cuckoo.
Right?
You know?
Oh, God. If a Nintendo rep is ever watching this, that's the one angle they haven't really explored yet. The Legend of Zelda Cuckoo of Destiny.
Tingle got his own spin-off series.
Yeah?
Why not?
Was that a series or was that just one DS game?
It sold so well that he got, numerous games.
Oh, thank God. God bless you, Japan. Okay, so, way out of left field here, but is it just me? Or is the running and jumping animation for this cat just Simba from the Super Nintendo Lion King game?
I mean, I can see that. I'm not going to disagree with it.
I played enough of that game when I was a little kid to remember exactly how he animated and how his glidey jump worked, that I can't help but see it in this gameplay that you're showing me right now.
That game got a remake recently, didn't it?
I think it got a ham-fisted re-release. But yes.
Oh, yes. It got remodeled.
It was part of a combo pack with Disney's Aladdin, which was a really phenomenal SNES game, which actually we should probably play on this channel. It would be a one-episode play. Huh. How have I not thought of that? Anyways.
Which one? Because there were two ones.
Yeah, right? There was a Sega Genesis version and a Super Nintendo version. I played the SNES version.
Okay, I was going to say, because I always felt that one was the superior version myself.
Yeah, I think we're in the minority there. The Genesis got a lot of love because the animation of that game was top-notch. But I just liked how the Super NES version played.
Yeah, it used actual film reel, I believe.
Right, yeah, to make the sprites. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Graphically superior, but play-wise...
Yeah, I got kind of samey. Right. No, the SNES version, that was probably one of the most creative and fun platformers of that era. Oh, you can't climb ladders.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree.
Okay, yeah, this might have to be an episode, pronto.
Oh no, I forgot how to unbecome a cat.
Of course, every time we play a game from my childhood that I really loved, we always find out how bad I suck at it now.
Yeah, I noticed that's kind of a reoccurring theme.
Mega Man X4? Yeah, I can play Mega Man X4. Oh, shit. Fucking Sigma. Oh, Nick, all you have to do is use the what was it called? The Pearl of Truth? The lens of truth?
Yeah.
No, it was a pearl.
I'm just trying to figure out how I shuffle my items. There we go.
I was making a Link to the Past joke, but
you were actually correct.
It is a pearl of truth. Okay,
it.
Cool. Didn't know that. Almost.
Don't say at some point we got to play Master Quest, but
Ocarina of Time Master Quest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm one of these days I'm gonna finish just the main game with Max, but every time we do, there's always like another project that we get into, and then it keeps getting set aside, which is a shame because it's Ocarina. But you know, if there's
it's a long game.
It is, and if there's one game that's probably been done to death on the internet, it's Ocarina of fucking Time.
Has it?
I mean, hell yeah. It's probably the most active and dedicated speedrun community there is still, isn't it?
Oh, it don't matter. Everyone's just doing the glitch runs.
Yeah, I guess that's
Everyone's
true.
just-
If there's one refreshing angle that we can bring to this, it's that we're actually playing through the game.
Actual humans, right?
But yeah, I think we're in like the desert temple, and I don't think we've touched it for like 2 months. Oh man. But Cuphead is coming along nicely. I don't know if you've been following that at all.
Yeah, I keep seeing that pop up in my news feed.
That is a fun game. You should just play it on your own, or with your brother or something. It's a shockingly fun game.
Yeah, you know, kind of already got my difficult game roster at capacity with Rogue's Legacy right now.
Well, I mean, it is difficult, but put it this way, Max and I are beating it. So how difficult can it be?
Well, it has difficulty settings, right?
No.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Is there any... Well, we're playing on the default, so...
Okay.
In any case. I mean, yeah, we die a lot, but that's kind of the point, is just dying and trying again until you get the pattern down, and... But we're making it through. It's a really, really fun, just like... I don't know, for lack of a better term, Shadow of the Colossus style game is what I'll call it, where like the meat of the adventure is nothing but boss fights.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Oh.
Aha!
Hello.
This is what I was looking for, and I didn't even know it was there.
Ivory Bug.
No, I need my pearl
Is
back.
that the thing that allows you to enter the Upside Down Castle?
Oh, no.
How do you keep getting fucking cursed?
There.
The like
there we
train of smoke behind that fuckers. Enough to curse you. Soft tissue.
I'll need that for the optional boss.
You inspect it, and it's like, unfortunately, used tissue.
Now, how did I get cursed in the save spot? Come on.
And it's just all up in your business. Nice.
Well, I really wish I could remember how I warp again.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't come. Do you need like an item from the shop that you can?
Think.
Like just.
I'm not sure.
Like a disposable sort of thing. Fast travel pack.
No, it's something you. I think you find it in the castle, which I think is where we're going next, which is close to the end of the game. Okay. I could be wrong.
I will say that the next save point, you probably gotta call it a day.
Oh, look at that.
Well, there we go. All right, Nick. Next time on Play the Hits, what's going to happen?
Yeah, this will be wrapped up in one more.
All right.
Easy peasy. Look at that. We didn't even talk about Batman once.
We did end up talking about a lot of movies, though.
Did we? I don't remember the last hour. I'm getting old and I've got memory problems.
No one forgets like Gaston. No one forgets like Gaston. No one forgets like Gaston. No one forgets like Gaston.